Hello, my beautiful treasure, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am in a wonderful field of peonies, as you can see. And I send you a bunch of high vibes, some fresh air, and very nice smell, flower smell. This video is for everyone who is neurodivergent. Woo! You're diverging, baby. So you're cool. So you are the loser, the weirdo, the black sheep of your family, most probably, because you are diverging from the norm, right? Now, I think the normies are the divergent ones, but that's another topic for another day. Not. The treasures. If you are someone who's considered divergent, do yourself a favor and watch this video. And, maybe it will trigger you, but that's fine, because our triggers are our best and biggest teachers. And they offer us an opportunity to become better and to heal. So there are a few points I want to mention in this video. One point is that I absolutely do not agree with the so-called science, the big pharma science that they are spreading that, for example, ADHD or autism or both are genetic. If you do not like what I'm saying, I just want to remind everyone this is my channel with my opinion and my life experience as someone who is divergent as well. I have a good right to talk about on this, and I might actually help someone out there. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But in order for stuff to resonate, sometimes we also should keep an open mind. So I believe the reasons behind autism or ADHD are many. And some of them are negative reasons why people get sometimes to the point where they really are almost retarded because they are nonverbal, for example, or other characteristics that really might hinder them in the day-to-day life, especially the life we are all expected to have on this planet, right, in this matrix life. And there are reasons that are very high vibrational why I think people become, so to speak, divergent. Now, let's start with the negative first, right? Let's get those out of the way. Of course, I believe that the vaccines play a huge role in this, because they do indeed change genetics, they modify your body, and they definitely contribute in a negative way. Let's just look back to what was happening in 2020 and 21 and 22, right? You remember how many people passed? And the next reason, I believe, why many people have those so-called disorders, which no, it's not a disorder, in my opinion, at all. It's something that the positives you should use and the negatives you should leave behind you, okay? You should heal them. It's not a disorder. You are not disordered. Point blank, period. If you disagree, have a good day. That's my opinion. Welcome to my channel, dear treasure. Heavy metals. There I go. Heavy metals, toxins in the blood, in the body. Candida, overgrowth. We all have naturally candida, right? This fungus in our gut, on our skin. But if that is an overgrowth happening, you have too much, you may start tripping. Parasites, okay? 1, 2, 3. Parasites. Many people still do not know this, but please, that's why share this. If you have not known, share my video or share this information. Many people who have also nutrient deficiencies / types of problems that usually start with the gut, because that's actually our immune system of our body, have parasites or candida or both. You know, when people have parasites or candida, the body has a harder time to absorb nutrients like minerals and so on. So it's usually those people also, they are way more often deficient in certain nutrients than healthy people, so to speak. Also, candida and parasites literally give people depression. Yeah, anxiety. Because you have certain organism that is too much of it in your body that shouldn't be there, or not so much. Candida especially is really active in the night from 1 to 3 a.m. if I'm not wrong. So if you often have a hard time falling asleep, or you wake up around that time, you experience anxiety, racing thoughts, all of these bad things, right? Depression, it's candida most probably. Parasites as well. Especially if you start starving them, they're gonna go crazy because they want to survive in someone's stomach. So people will feel anxious, people will feel depressed, people will have deficiencies also that make them anxious, make them moody, make them develop mood swings. All of these things are linked, and it's literal science, but so many of us forget about this. So please stop this video right now, like it, thank you very much, share it with everyone you know, and come back and watch. Thank you for that, dear treasures. Let's spread this knowledge finally. Let's wake everyone up. No one is staying asleep. Not on our watch, right? Wait a second. Not on our watch. Now, another huge reason why people might become autistic/ADHD or AUDHD is trauma. As simple as it is, dear treasures. Especially childhood trauma, of course. Many of us did not have an easy childhood, and it was maybe a bit traumatic or pretty traumatic, and maybe even some of you are bullied, even as a teenager and so on. Your very early life has not been very kind to you / very easy. So you develop trauma and certain coping mechanisms and habits that happen to relate to and be called autistic/ADHD traits and habits. More often than not, when you really spend some time with someone who is ADHD, autistic, blah, 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 and you get to learn those negatives and positives, you quickly find out that a lot of those negatives, habits, traits, whatever you want to call them, are trauma responses. And once again, I want to remind you all, the treasures, that neurodivergent, fellow neurodivergent, so I'm not just yapping out here, I'm speaking also a lot from experience, and I know what I'm saying. Did you hear that? That's your confirmation. I know what I'm saying because I've been healing. It's been harsh, which I know many of you will agree. But it's been also very literal healing and helpful. And I've been growing. And I also have been growing out of the negative habits, which we all have, because whether you want to be part of a label, you are divergent or you are typical or whatever, maybe a new label they will bring for us, right? To try to fit us into those boxes. Every human freaking being has baggage that they carry behind them, is what I like to say. Everyone. No matter if you are part of a label or more of those so-called traits apply to you or not, everyone does. No one is perfect and will never be, otherwise we will not be incarnating here to experience this. We are here to learn, to enjoy, to experience. So, this is the truth. It's a lot of trauma, dear treasures. It's a lot of, we'll say this thing also, this is something that especially I just heard in my head. For some of you who might have maybe a drug addiction, drug addictions, dear treasures, are usually entity attachments. If you really cannot get rid of it, like you cannot stop, you are doing it since years or months, most probably there is an attachment, a spiritual attachment. I just had this out of nowhere, I had to say it. Someone out there listening to this, I hope you appreciate this information, and I hope you can reclaim your sovereignty and remember that you do not need that. For real, you do not need that. You can be just as fun, as happy, as positive and alive without it. truly. And it will take some time and work for you, but you can achieve it. It's not good for you in the long run. It's just not. It really is not beneficial to you. You are damaging yourself and the people who love you. Remember those, please. If you have people who care about you, remember them. You're hurting them as well. Fasting, intermittent fasting, highly recommend that as well. It's different from woman to man. Most things we learn also apply to men because we live in a patriarchy, so women. Let me know if you would like to hear more in the comments down below. But it's great. It really is great. Cut out, very important, industrial sugar. Gluten maybe as well, because everything is being with the chemicals. Wash your fruits and veggies really well. You can use apple cider vinegar or baking soda. Of course, it's not going to remove everything, but it's pretty helpful. And try to buy organic foods. I know it's not possible for everyone. Maybe you live in a city and there are vouchers or some type of discounts you can get, so always check for that. And move your body as well. It also contributes to the mental health so much. Regular physical activity is awesome. Literally be in nature as much as you can because it naturally raises your frequency. So all of my divergents, you need to get out in nature. That's why you always see me filming in nature. I had this idea for a channel since many years, and I was like, but I don't want to film it. Everyone does this nowadays. Everyone has a mic. It's the same usual setup with LED lights in the background, which I also love LED lights, and I have it in some of my videos, and I will. But I don't want to do what everyone else does. I want to have my own little detail, and that was not even that was the second reason. The first reason was I really want to be out in nature. I can add it inside the house, but so I was like, let me try to film outside. And it's been 3+ years, I think. So bless you. Bless you. It's the best. It truly is. I'm pretty sure the mic also picked up on all of the bird sounds. Probably also some people, sorry about that. I cannot tell them all to go away. But you treasures. When it comes to the positive aspects, let me know if someone already knew what I will say. Hello, fellow starseed. I kind of noticed, allegedly, not 100%, that most of us so-called starseeds, right? We are alien souls here on a mission, are actually divergent. Most of us, those traits apply to us. I was just thinking the lady was literally about to walk on top of my tripod. I was keeping a close eye. Please do not. Anyway, yeah, that's what I truly have noticed. So what is the connection, right? The connection is that also many children, for example, who have it kind of bad, who have a autism where they are nonverbal, for example. That's one example. If there is someone who really takes time and patience and spends time with them, opens up to them, allows them to feel comfortable, to feel safe, has a high frequency, trust them. I heard stories where those children start to talk. They're happily starting to talk again. They're starting to communicate again. I wonder why, I wonder how. Because the sky is blue. And if your frequency is high, the soul who incarnated here, and we have a low frequency still a little bit now, going to the fourth density finally, has such a high frequency. They are probably very, very confused still. They cannot properly get along with all of this happening, which, yeah, resonate with that. Many of you probably, yeah, I get it. Sometimes, some days, you're just like, what the heck am I doing here? And it's not the nature, it's not the nature. It's never the animals, it's always the people. So, many autistic, ADHD, ADHD, whatever, Asperger's and so on, kids/adults are highly sensitive souls, are old souls, are wise souls full of wisdom and experience, who came here, as well to share this wisdom and to raise the frequency. And they have a hard time to get along with everyone or everything in this world because it's confusing and they have this conflict within them. But if you allow them some time, trust, and vibe as high as they do, they will open up again. They will remember what it's supposed to be like. And many of us, or most of us also, or all of us, divergent people usually are also highly intelligent, geniuses, very creative people, whether it's more on the analytical side or on the creative, artistic side, usually both. But then you have the hardship of choosing, which one do I want to do in this life? Because I want to do this and that. I don't know. If you're asking me for an advice, try to do everything you love, you can do. Without stress, try to do both. Live this life to the fullest, so at the end of it, you will not regret that. I always wanted to be an engineer, but I became a gardener instead, and I wanted to do both. And if you can, maybe try both. Meditate and find out what you're supposed to do, what your main mission is, and this will bring you a lot of peace, dear treasures. I have known my mission for my whole life. And then I had a point many years where I was trying to run away from it, but no matter how hard I tried to run away from my mission, it kept on catching up on me even more, because it's your sole purpose, dear treasures. Just like your spirit guides, you cannot run away from them. This is what you decided and came here to do. And when you start finally transforming this fear into evolution, into wisdom and growth, you will really start enjoying it. And you will feel very proud of yourself, because you are following your path, dear treasures. You are stepping into the footsteps you yourself pre-made. And now, with this physical, beautiful vessel, you are stepping into those footprints, steps. So be courageous, dear treasures. Do that with the love and authenticity and courage. I also want to say that many of us, so-called divergent people, once again, we are highly sensitive to energy, to everything, emotionally, spiritually. Our perception is heightened. All of our senses are usually heightened. You spend a lot of time thinking, probably, also creating, which is great. The goal is, dear treasures, to spend less time in here and actually put this into work, put this into physical reality, whatever you have in your head. The ideas, create, live it out, basically, so that it will not keep staying here and making you go loco or loca. Estoy loco. That is this TikTok sound, it's funny.
Estoy loco. Estoy loco. La, 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 la.
Why did I just think of Donald Trump? Anyways, dear treasures, many of you perceive way better than others. You feel deeper, more intensely. You have this awareness, your consciousness that is not stoppable, dear treasures. It's very powerful and magnificent. It's a gift. Once you start detoxing, healing your body, meditating daily, trust me, a lot of those negative ADHD/autism symptoms will disappear, even without medication. Because Big Pharma wants us to medicate ourselves. They want to sell. They want you to be a customer. They don't want you to be healthy. Now, when I say this on the internet or anyone else, people get so triggered. Many of my own community, so to speak, divergent people, just want to get so triggered because you don't have ADHD, because you have no idea how hard it is. I do. I was having suicidal thoughts some years ago. I do know how hard it is. But since I made it out, since I allowed myself to experience such a low and allow myself to also get up again, don't you think maybe what I'm saying might be correct and might be beneficial to you, since I did it? So you are different. Did you listen? Did you hear what I said? I felt really bad. I still have sometimes days where the divergency kicks my butt. But I stand up every time, dear treasures, because I know now what to do. I know I have the tools available to me every day. So at least some people, I hope, can take away this information and my words and start feeling better. Because it's your choice. Whether you want to stay in the victim mentality, I said what I said, or you actually want to start feeling better. I hope you enjoyed this video and you shared it to show me appreciation and support. Just like and comment for engagement and share it. This boosts engagements and helps me reach more people, which helps us all. The whole collective is beneficial for the whole collective. And thank you for watching, the treasures. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I think this is going to be a long video, one of my longest videos. It's gonna be 20+ minutes, I think. So let me know if you stay till the end and what you have been up to today, or what you will be up to. Truly hope you enjoyed the gorgeous peonies. They smell so nice. I'm trying to grab it. Look how beautiful. I wish you a beautiful day, dear treasures, and I see you in my next one.